Boom, we're live. It's Chris Igoe Home Group, and I'm here with my rock star teammate, Mr. Matthew Gambino, and we're
What's
doing
up,
big
guys?
things, getting stuff done.
What's up? What's up?
All right, so as I mentioned yesterday, I am committed to daily action as it relates to prospecting, and I have been off my game with this for a long time, right? So that's okay. No time like the present. Get things done. I do. We do, Matt. And then they do, right? So I haven't talked about this. I don't think I talked about this yesterday, but I do think it's a good public service announcement. So in December, when and Matt, you can kind of jump in here. So Matt found me on YouTube, and one of the things that I had tremendous success with over the last few years is when the pandemic started. I got very intentional, very focused on learning and mastering how to make content on YouTube that would obviously become a lead magnet for people who are looking to move to South Florida, and it worked tremendously effectively.
Yep.
It is one of the best things I ever did. Now, Matt, how'd you find it?
Well, exactly where our clients find us now. So my wife found Chris searching on YouTube in different areas here in South Florida. She said, "Hey, hon, check out this video." I did. Turned out to be Chris talking about, I think it was Keys to Boca, that video that you did.
Yep.
So as soon as I watched this video, I checked the description in the bottom, saw his number, gave him a quick text, and said, "Let's jump on a call together." We scheduled a Zoom, and the rest is history. He found us a house, and now we're working.
Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell, right? So found me on YouTube. YouTube is great because it is a constant lead generation machine. The
Yeah.
content that you create is going to attract your tribe. Those people get to know you, like you, trust you, know you're in the real estate space, and as long as you're consistent, follow up, your business will grow. But because of that, and it's funny, today we did a lot of training and we talked about limiting beliefs and mindset. Um, Prior to starting the YouTube channel, I had a limiting belief that the highest and best use of my time was doing what I'm about to do right now. Although we're starting to get short on time because you can only call until 9 o'clock before you start violating the cold calling rules. But that's okay. Context is important. But to just be transparent, my limiting belief was that the highest and best use of my time was making those calls, and that anything outside of that was a complete waste of time. Um, that was not true. So the YouTube game takes a long time, and I had seen lots of coaches out there and lots of people in the space that talk about how fast it is for them to grow their business using YouTube. That may be true of them. That was not my experience. It took me 10 months of doing at least two videos a week. And in the early stages, I did way more than that. But consistently for 10 months, just grinding, 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 no results, right? Um, no leads, no nothing, but I continued to pound at it, continued to make the content. And then on that 10th month, the phone just exploded and hasn't really stopped yet. So the last 7 days, we've had 24 people opt in either into my site or into something of value that I offer through my YouTube channel. And those are all great clients, right? We take them through our buyer consultation, which is now interactive and on demand, and they work themselves through through that consult. At the end of that, what I have is a highly qualified buyer, but we're in a seller's market, right? And so I've spent an enormous amount of time, energy, money, focus, whatever, creating this lead generating machine, which is phenomenal. However, um, you know, was it really the highest and best use of my time? Now, the answer is yes. But because of that, I'm 100% buyer based now, or 98% or 97%, whatever it is. It's way overweighted in terms of buyers. Um, that's fine. That's good. You can certainly make a shit ton of money doing that, but you're also going to have to scale, grow, and manage that process, which can become very overwhelming. And that was also my experience. So, all that being said, long way of saying, I can do both, right? So, well, we got some people saying hello. I cannot see what your names are, but
We have a
thanks.
Rona. Angeles. Rona Angeles said hello.
Well, thank you. This is great. We've been helping our clients with cold calling and lead gen. I look forward to showing more tips and ideas that we can adopt. Yeah, absolutely. Anything I do, feel free to rip off and duplicate and use yourself because it's highly effective. All right, so I'll wrap this up as quickly as I can. Can we see the interactive buyer console? Yeah, go to the YouTube channel and opt in, and you will inevitably find yourself in the web of automated um, texting and whatnot, and you will be led through that funnel. That being said, and I don't want to get too distracted by answering your questions here. I want to stay targeted because really this session is for Matt's benefit, and I hope you guys can learn from it. But really, I want to get him acclimated to the phone, right? But getting back to December of last year, so Matt moved down, helped helped his family. He was so impressed with what I did, he wanted to be part of that, and so he asked to join, and I was happy to have him come on board. And he's an all-star, right? He's doing great. However, the highest and best use of my time is definitely creating content. The next highest and best use of my time is creating listing inventory, and I have not done that in a long time. So you're going to be part of this journey with me, and I will do it every day. I can't tell you exactly when those times will be because it's going to be whenever I can. Okay, so I am looking to turn this into our own little personal boot camp, our own little personal boiler room for Matt's benefit and yours too. But we're going to go out there and get on the phone here momentarily. So December, he's joined, he's moved in, he's living his best life, his family loves it, and it's all good. But we still knew that there was a hole in the business, and we needed to go out there and create those seller opportunities. Well, I made the mistake, and shame on me because I know better, but I took the easier, softer way. Rather than spending the time to train Matt to be an assassin on the phone and set appointments at will like I do, I outsourced it. And I have said this many, many times, and I'll continue to say it. It is always a mistake to outsource. If you're a marketer in here that's selling that services, just know you'll be deleted very soon. So don't start advertising. But the truth is, every one of them is horrible, right? And we took a leap of faith because a influencer in the space who I'm somewhat friendly with, I trusted. He endorsed them, and I'm not going to name his name, but if it rhymes with Sticky Maruth, you got the right guy. Nonetheless, I did choose to hire their company, and one of the things that they talked about was one, everyone is domestically based, so they're U.S. callers, they're familiar with the area, all those things. They passed the litmus test of the onboarding and asking the qualifying questions that I ask. Everything was good until day one when they actually got on the phone. And then it was very obvious that they had no clue what they were doing, where they were dialing, or following directions whatsoever. So they had a money-back guarantee that has yet to be honored. So buyer beware. But that being said, I gave them time. I gave them energy. I gave them space. I wanted them to work out. So I gave them a few weeks of trial and error and input. And at week 3, it was very clear that this was never going to happen. I mean, they didn't even call in my none of the quote unquote leads or appointments that they set, which were 0, were even within several hundred miles of where I work or live. So it was just a disaster. So I canceled that and then went back to making content, and we got leads galore, clients galore. But again, not what I want, not what I want to spend my energy on. I want to train Matt. I want us to take control of the process. I want to build out this system, this team, and create a bunch of phone assassins, which is what we're going to do. So all that being said, if you're going to prospect, master it yourself, and then from there teach somebody else, and then from there have them clone themselves, and then from there have them clone themselves, and build your own little group of phone assassins. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So I got my Bang energy. That's probably the best thing for me at almost 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, Matt, what you could do if you're feeling froggy, you can log into my Vulcan system and start dialing if you want to, or you can just watch me do this for now because we've only got about a half hour.
Okay.
All right. So what I've done in the screen that I've shared, I don't know what you can see, but I suspect what you're seeing is a list of Vulcan data for the most recent expired and cancels that are within Southeast Palm Beach County. I'm just going to call them all now, or at least the ones that I can. So select, what has happened here? Okay. Looks like it froze, which is never optimal. And select all. Yes. And then what? Assign to group. Okay, let's assign to group. Nope, that's not the group that I want. I already have a group assigned. Let's go back over. Nope. Let's work our way backwards, see what happened. Okay, completely screwed that up. So now you're going to watch me hopefully not have to map this out again. Okay, April 19th. Press Igoe. I miss the live calls you used to make in the morning. Well, get back because it's coming back. Fuck. All right. So I had mapped this out before. That's not great. You can watch me map. So if you're curious on how you map Vulcan data into Mojo Dialer, you can watch what I'm doing right now. And I apologize because I did this previously. And then I just screwed it up. So we're going to have less time on the phone than I had anticipated, but it is what it is. I don't need the email. Actually, I do need nope, city's good. I don't need that. Mailing address. Mailing address. Phone numbers are all mapped. Emails are all mapped. Notes. I don't need notes. Birthday, don't need birthday. Listing status, very important. Status, okay. Tax name, not important. Important. List days on market, important. Property type, important. Bedrooms mapped. Square footage mapped. Okay. Woo. Much ado about nothing. All right, we're going to, even though we're going to import all the new and old, even though I did this yesterday, we want to call them all right now. Okay. Power Dialer. Call this list. Yes. Start Power Dialer. Yes. Total records to be sent to dialer 30. Why is that? I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's just make some dials. We got a half hour. And less thinking, more action. And so I don't know what it's like in your market if you are watching here right now, but the market here in Southeast Palm Beach County is there's less than 2 weeks of inventory. It's hyper competitive. Inventory, creating your own inventory is really important. So let's do that.
Touchtone phone. Please enter your PIN number.
And if
Logged into the Mojo Dialer, please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
you got it, sister.
Hello, this is Jacques. I can't come to the phone right now.
All right, Jacques. Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques,
Hey, Jacques, it's Chris Igoe, KW. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I'm curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
it did. We took it off the market because I had an argument with my realtor, and she got a good price, very good price for it, very close to asking.
Excellent.
And just the closing fell through, and we decided not to sell. We're not going to sell for 3 to 5 years at least.
I hear you. So, why? Just out of curiosity, do you live in the property now?
Yeah.
Okay, and your intent was to move where?
Across the intercoastal facing west for Sunset, but that's not happening. We're not selling.
Okay, well, let me ask you this in closing, real quick. Do you happen to know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I may be able to help?
That is a good question. We've got a great community here. I think there's 1 or 2 for sale. You can see the one, number 37. The one next door to me, my next door neighbor, sold to the person that I was under contract with. And there's one for sale at 37, and you can take a look at that and maybe contact them. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Do me a favor, I've gotten a million calls today.
Yeah, so
call list, but
I appreciate your time. You've been a perfect gentleman. Would it offend you if I was to send you a home equity report so you understand what the value of the property is right
I
now?
know exactly what's worth. I've got multiple offers very close to asking. So I need no more information. My wife and I have decided not to sell.
Right.
Please put us on the do not call list.
Yep.
Look at that 37. That's for sale in a little higher range.
Yep. Real quick in closing, and I'll let you off the phone. You've been a perfect gentleman. Just so you know, when the pandemic started, I actually created a YouTube channel that just showcases what it's like to live in South Florida. From there, I built a pipeline of buyers that are just desperate to be in Florida, that there's just not enough inventory to sell them. So your home, and actually,
exactly. And that's why I'm going to send you the 37 and wish you the best of luck, sir.
All right. Would it offend you if I just sent you my contact information so that you have it? This way, when I call you back, you know who I am.
I'm blocking everybody's phone numbers. So yeah, I mean, wouldn't offend me, but I'm blocking every single person's phone number. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate your time. Now, when I do sell the home and get you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everybody what a great job we did?
Sure, but there's absolutely no reason to have anybody come here and look at it because it's not for sale. All right?
Got it. Hey, my friend, you have a great day. I appreciate your time.
Great day, Chris.
All right. So, but you notice how I kept like backdooring him a little bit?
Well, you stay in the pocket. Yeah, that's amazing. Like you just stay there.
All right. Notes. Not selling. Which means he's definitely selling. Not selling. What did he say? Look up number 37, and
They're probably listed.
And add to. Do I have his email address? I don't have his email address. That's okay. Add him to CRM anyway, because why wouldn't we? All right, so 1 call, 1 contact. What do you freaking do? Let's go. Boom, get some. Hell yeah. So what I don't see on the restream is, and by the way, this is going live in the Facebook group as well as YouTube. So if you are so...
Hi, this is Sarah's phone number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks very much.
If you are so inclined, then please do me the favor and find me on YouTube in the real estate cold call, or actually, what the hell's the name of the group? Real Life, Real Calls, Real Estate Room. And that will help the channel grow, which I, of course, always appreciate. And if there's ever anything we can do to help serve or support you or your clients or your business in any way, then you know where to find me. I'm always happy to do that too. All right. Oh my God, you're back doing calls. Oh yeah, we're back. Better than ever. Doing big things. Training Matt. So Matt, my mindset here is when I'm talking to people, I don't care that it's 8:30. I don't care that they've been pounded all day. I don't care really about anything other than providing them an opportunity to get more money than they ever thought possible by selling their home. And so that's what my mindset is the entire time we're on the phone. almost nothing that they're going to say is going to change my position of how I feel during the call. And again, you want to be purposeful. You want to know the words to say. You want to know the swagger to come with them vocally. If they're meek on the phone, I'm going to meet them in tonality and energy the same way they are. So I want to mirror and reflect their energy vocally as much as I possibly can. So I want to turn into a chameleon. If they're aggressive, I'll be very aggressive. If they're less than that, I'm going to meet them where they are. I didn't get around having this cold call. Oh, that's a great question. And you actually reminded me that I made a mistake. So normally what I'll do, and it's been a while since I've done this, so thank you for the reminder, is I announce at the beginning of the call that I record these calls for training purposes, which I think I'm one conversation deep where I forgot to do that, but I will do that moving forward. So thank you. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with KW. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
That is a great. You have great energy, and I feel like if I was still in Florida, we could be great friends. But I am not Raul, or I think that's what his name is, correct? I'm not him.
You're not Raphael. I'm going to take you off. I'm going to take you off the list. I'm assuming you probably got pounded today. Got lots of phone calls. Yeah.
Oh, I've been getting pounded for the past month now. They just been coming at Raul. It must be a pretty good place.
Okay, I'm going to take you off the list so you don't get any calls from us in the future. But I do have a question in closing. Do you happen to know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help? Be honest.
I know my mother does real estate. She's actually in Florida, believe it or not.
Sweet. Southeast Palm Beach County?
Palm Coast, not Palm Beach.
It's the other side of the state. Well, listen, I appreciate your time. You've been a perfect gentleman. I'm going to take you off the list, and I won't call you anymore, all right?
All right. It was nice talking to you for this little bit of time, though. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Dude, that guy was upset he didn't have a property to sell for you to help him sell.
He wanted to be closed.
He wanted to be closed.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voice.
Which brings up a very good point. If somebody is on the phone, in spite of the fact that they've said no or whatever they've said, although if they've said no like multiple times to the same thing, then they're probably a solid no.
Shalom, you have reached the Chabad Jewish Community Center. For Rabbi
I don't think that's the property owner.
call has been forwarded to an automatic.
But if they're still on the phone with you, they want to be closed, period.
Thank you for calling Her Care. You have reached us after.
Oh man, I got to figure out how to work the restream so I can see who the people are that are commenting. But I appreciate the fact that you guys are here watching because we're back. We're better than ever.
We got Miles Brookins, Laura Fowler in the chat.
No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message.
Laura Miles, what's up? Get some, baby. Let's go. Smile and dial. So anybody who tells you that you can't dial at 8:40 is totally full. Hello, this is Chris.
Low T Center after normal. For calling Hanson and Fisher Attorney.
Come on. Let's go. So prime time to call early morning, right? You want to be the first person to reach out to the daily expires, right? Because once they get pounded all day long, they're probably going to be less than receptive to taking your phone call. So if you're the first person to speak to them, you've got a shot, right? So I would love to always be in that 7:30 to 8:30 window. If that's not possible for whatever reason it is, all good. There's no bad time. But the next best time, in my opinion, is going to be when they get home from work.
Your call is very important.
So that window of 8:30 to, let's call it 10, prime time. 7 p.m. or 7:30 to 9, prime time. if you can't make those hours, not the end of the world.
The person you have dialed can't take your call now.
Not the end of the world, because the truth is there's no bad time to call. You never know when somebody's going to answer their phone. So whenever time you can allocate to make these calls, make them. And you can turn it into something much fancier, right? So we've got all kinds of video texts and video asks and all kinds of different ways to
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages.
shut your mouth. To get people to opt in attraction rather than promotion. But given that we are training Matt, then we want Matt to get the right mindset. And the only way he's going to get that is by me doing it personally, so that he can become the sponge and then the assassin of listing appointments. Hello, this is So best practice, Matt, never pitch a fax machine. I've never once been successful in closing.
Please leave a message after the tone.
I will leave no messages. But we got GSD mode in his house. Let's go. Let's see how fast we just blew through a list of 30 people who have like 3 or 4 numbers each.
Yeah.
And what was it? Yesterday we had over 100, so 115 contacts in less than an hour and 6 leads.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
But this is all about maintaining momentum, right? So I said I would be in here. I said I would train you. I'm going to do that come hell or high water. So whether it's 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 at night, or 3 a.m., we're calling Indochina, and we're going to see if we want to list properties.
Cold call in China.
Why wouldn't we?
That's awesome.
I got free COVID tests for everybody. Boom, boom. Come on, Pearl. Let's go. We got the call hammer down on Pearl. Hello, Pearl. I would be very surprised if Pearl had like a husky voice where she sounded like she'd been pounding whiskeys and Marlboros all day.
Yeah, he was calling me.
I imagine that she's very sweet. And this is how I entertain myself when we're working through all this.
Got to do it.
Gots to. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with KW. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing had expired in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell? Hello?
Come on, Pearl. I hope so, Pearl.
Me too.
Thank you for calling. This is DXP.
We got 2 more. We got no more.
Your call
Wow.
session is now complete.
Wah, wah, All right. So we maintained our personal integrity. We blew through a list of however many. That didn't make any sense. So you saw me upload the entire list. I think there was 117 contacts and I only called 30 of them.
Yeah.
Unusual, but it is what it is. So that is it for today. We will be back tomorrow. So if watching us go out there and prospect like lunatics is your thing, you know where to find us. And if there's ever anything we can do to help serve or support you, your clients, or your business, or whatever that might be, we are always here to help. Matthew, thank you for. You want to do a little bit of role play here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, go.
I have a different script in front of me, though.
No pressure. There's only 5 people watching.
No, that's fine. I don't have your script in front of me. I wrote up a kind of a different one.
I don't care what you use.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Bring.
Hello?
Hey, Chris?
Nope.
No? Well, this is Matt. I'm actually a local realtor, and I'm not sure if now's the right time, but I was hoping to tell you why I was calling, and then you can decide if we should continue or not. Fair enough?
So you really want me to tell you how I think this pitch is going?
It's what I have in front of me.
Terrible, terrible, because you're giving them an option to get off the phone. So don't do that.
Okay.
Do you have my script?
Not in front of me now. Hold on.
Well, boy, get it in front of you.
I know. I have your for sale by owner
That's a
script.
whole lot of words, and if you don't grab somebody's attention in the first like 2 seconds or less, you got no shot of.
All right, I got your. I have
If
your,
you ask me, so if you're asking me to pitch me, I'm telling you no every time. If you just go into the pitch and ask me a question or get my attention or whatever it is, I'll listen.
got it. All right. Bring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Matt with KW. My records indicate that your house is for sale by owner. Is that true?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, great. How much you guys asking for?
We're at 1.2.
1.2. Love it. Makes sense. How many bedrooms, how many baths in the house?
Why does it make sense?
Why does it make sense?
Yeah, you said it makes sense. So why does it make sense?
That's where I would be if I was selling the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
how many?
So just like little. Don't ask that. Don't say.
Okay.
Don't add fillers at this point. Just say.
Okay.
Great.
Got it.
Oh wow, that's great. I love it.
Wow, that's great. I love it. Okay.
Or just I love it. Whatever. But like affirm what they're saying, but makes sense. Is I'm obviously being a dick right now, but if you said something like that to me, I would be like, what do you mean that makes sense? Remember, they're getting pounded all day. So we want to keep any word that we're using is intentional to drive them to the next step of whatever so our objective is to get them what they want, but really it's to work them through our pitch in a direct way so that we say the least amount of words that are the most effective that get them to say yes and let us do what we want to do, which eventually will help them. So if you add bullshit words, I'm going to call you out.
Got it.
All right, start again.
All right. Bring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Matt with KW. My records indicate that your house is for sale by owner. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Well, great. How much you guys asking for?
Yeah, we're not really sure, but we're going to test the market. We're at $2 million.
All right. Love it. How many bedrooms? How many baths?
7 bathrooms, 6 baths.
Nice. Have you done any upgrades to the house?
Yeah, it's all online. You can see it.
Got it. Okay. Anything in the backyard? Pool?
Yeah, there's a pool. I'm sure you can see it online. There's a pool. It's beautiful. Yeah. Do you have a buyer?
We might. That's why I was calling. So let me ask you, are you trying to sell the house by not having it on the market with a real estate professional? Is it because you're looking to save money on commission?
Well, yeah, but we also think we can sell it ourselves. I mean, any idiot could sell a house in this market, right?
I respect that, because it usually comes down to money. But so let me ask you this in closing. If you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home will sell, and 2, you'll end up with significantly more money bottom line than you could any other way with or without an agent. I know it's a big promise. Would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
I mean, yeah, but that's what everybody said so far today.
Well, look, what I like to do is lay eyes on the property, see if it's something we believe we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast. Are you available this evening, or is tomorrow afternoon better?
Yeah, I'll be home tomorrow.
All right. Well, listen, let me ask you this too. When I sell the property and get you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everyone what a great job we did?
Of course I would.
Great.
So I know I'm picking you apart here, but it's intentional.
Go ahead.
When I said today or tomorrow or whatever it was, I said to kind of blow you off, but kind of say yes, then what you want to do is firm up when. So I say today or tomorrow, and then I was like, maybe tomorrow. Then what you want to do is great. We are fully booked, but I will allocate time specific for you so that I can lay eyes on the property, see if it's something we think we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast. I've got time tomorrow at 2 and 7 or whatever times that you've allocated for that. But you want to then hold them. You want to pivot them into an actual appointment, not just a wishy-washy. They say yes, and we don't actually confirm anything.
Got it.
So you definitely want to, if they give you an in, then just assume that they've said yes and pivot them to a time, right?
Got it.
That was pretty good. Did you practice that at all? Or is that the first time you said it?
No. I was the other day. I was on this.
Okay, so you sound on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give you a 5. You
Okay.
are clear. You've got a good voice. You sound professional. However, what you don't have is enthusiasm or confidence behind what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the differentiator is going to be, you know that these people are getting pounded. You know that lots of people are calling them. And the thing that's going to separate you from the 100 other people that called is your confidence and your delivery, right?
Yeah.
So although you said everything great, and I'm not saying that won't work, I'm sure if you do that long enough, you could be the worst person ever that has zero talent whatsoever. If you say the words and call enough people, somebody's going to say yes.
Yeah.
If you want to be next level, you have to practice the energy, the enthusiasm, and the confidence of the vocal swagger. So when you read that, I felt and again, I'm beating you up right now intentionally so that you learn. You must have vocal swagger. You've got to deliver those. You're an actor, right? So you want to perform this to the highest and best, way that you possibly. I'm saying highest and best, like this is we're negotiating a contract. But the only thing that's going to separate you from somebody else, they don't see you, they don't know what you look like, it's your voice. And you got a great voice. So you sound clear, you sound professional. The thing that's going to change your efficacy and give you a leg up on everybody else is your confidence. So like you're pivoting them to a close, you're pivoting them to an appointment, but also the way you deliver it. So if you practice that more and you record yourself more, and you listen to how I talk and record that or listen to that on playback on any of the content that's up there, you're going to see that I've practiced this so much that my delivery and my tonality is almost the same all the time.
Yeah.
You've got to level that up. And so that's just time, that's just reps. And I suspect, this is that was like maybe the 3rd time we've ever role played. You're going to get way better at it, right? So that was great. So in terms of ranking that on your first time doing this live in front of whoever's watching, I give it a 10. But in terms of your actual performance on that, that could be improved so much with just a little practice tonight. So if you do that, you're going to be a freaking all-star, a week from now.
Got it.
Awesome. All right. Well,
I'm on it.
That is it for tonight, and I hope you guys found this content valuable. If you did, like it. If you did, tell a friend. If you did, then join on YouTube. I'll include a link to that. Let's get that puppy to grow in volume, and that's it. Have a great night. Go out there, get some, win the day, win the week, win the year, and I'm out. Peace.
Thank you, everybody.
Great job, Matt.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm gonna close this thing. All right, and we're out.